always try and trick you with these kind of words. Contrast. Alright, discuss, introduce, compare. Alright, those are the words you have to pay attention to. Okay? Don't get fooled by the exact language here. Don't let the exact language fool you into thinking what the particular answer is. Don't fall for it, okay? Don't fall for it. Because that's something that you cannot do. Don't fall for it. Alright? This answer uses the synonym language, and it talks about going from Africa, contribution to Africa from Asia. This sentence here mentions some exact language about copper. Of course, if you read the whole paragraph, you'll see some mention of copper, but that's not what this. That's not how this paragraph. That's not how this paragraph serves in the organization of the passage as a whole. Okay. For this kind of question, everyone, you're matching it to what you really find in your topic sentence and maybe your final sentence. Okay, but don't get fooled by a detail. This is just one detail, not for that whole paragraph. All right, compares rates at which iron technology is developed in different parts of Africa. No, again, don't get fooled by the exact language. A lot of students don't pick this answer because they aren't looking for the synonym language that non-agricultural is synonym for iron, and then contribution to Africa from Asia. All right, and they get fooled by that, but I don't want you to do that. Okay, so don't get fooled. The word profound. Okay, what does the word profound in the passage mean? Let's have a look. This technological shift caused profound changes in the complexity of African societies. This technological shift caused profound changes. All right, so it's some kind of change. Okay. Some kind of change, and we have to figure out what the word profound means in the complexity of African societies. And so we're talking about also complexity. So there's a change in the complexity. All right, there's a change in the complexity, making it more complex. All right, and so that word profound is going to be attached to some change, making something complex, changing in the complexity or changing in the complexity. But that's what profound is going to be related to. Another thing you can do with that particular question is you can split it up into its root words. The word pro always means doing more. Okay, doing more. All right, reaching or doing more. And then you have the word found. Okay, everybody knows what the word found means. And then you have the word pro. And so a lot of students end up picking fascinating, but that's incorrect. All right, your correct answer here is definitely going to be B, which is far-reaching. All right, so profound, that's what profound means. We talk about changes in complexity, but there's nothing really in that sentence that really could have helped you out other than knowing that the word pro means like extra, something is even better, like a professional, all right, or produce or product, or that word pro is used to talk about something being created and found. So it's found, far away, or extra creation. So that's the best way I can explain it to you. But really, that's different. With this one, they really were just relying on you being able to know what the word meant. Ritual. Number 8. Those who knew the secrets of making iron gained ritual and sometimes political power. Okay, so we know ritual is not the same as political. All right, those are two different things. All right, and the only thing that might help you with knowing is looking at the context. Those who knew the secrets of making iron. All right, so these words, in terms of gaining ritual and political power, they get it from knowing secrets of making iron. So that's the only language that might be able to really help you out. Okay. Military, no. Physical, no. Ceremonial, yes, that's our answer choice. And permanent is no, but the answer is ceremonial. For numbers 7 and 8, really they just relied on you to really know your vocabulary here. I mean, knowing secrets is something that takes place in the ceremonial aspect. That's the only word that I could attach to dealing with knowing the secret of making something, is some kind of ceremony or ceremonial action. And so that language in that sentence can help you in terms of connecting to a particular answer choice. Number 9. According to paragraph 4, all the following were social effects of the new metal technology. All right? Access to metal tools and weapons created greater social equality. Let's see. So this is a negative factual question, everyone. All right, so I see nothing about A. So that's going to be our answer right there. There's nothing about social equality. Metal weapons increasing the power of warriors. We see that answer choice. It says made the warrior more powerful. So we see that one there. Iron tools help increase the food supply. Made the land more productive. That means increase the food supply. So we see that choice there as well. And D, technical knowledge gave religious power to its holders. Yeah, we see that one also. Right here. It says with special religious powers and functions. Right. So we see those answers for B, C, and D. We don't see 9. Remember, with this kind of question, with the negative factual question, the keywords are in your answer choices. The keywords are in your answer choices, and what you have to do is you have to be able to spot those keywords. Sometimes synonym language, but you're looking for you're checking for the answer that you don't see. All right, number 10. Which of the sentences below expresses the essential information in the highlighted sentence in the passage? Okay, so we have a paraphrase question here. Unlike Americans, where metallurgy was a very late and limited development, Africans had iron from a relatively early date, developing ingenious furnaces to produce the high heat needed for production and to control the amount of air that reached the carbon and iron ore necessary for making iron. Unlike the Americas, where metallurgy was a very late and limited development, Africans had iron from a relatively early date, developing ingenious furnaces to produce the high heat needed for production and to control the amount of air that reached the carbon and iron ore necessary for making iron. Right, so while American iron makers developed the latest furnaces, African iron makers continued using earlier techniques. Now this is completely wrong. The sentence does not say anything about American iron makers developing the latest furnaces. That language isn't mentioned at all. Be really careful with that. It says, unlike in the Americas where metallurgy was very late. Okay, it was very late. Alright, it was very late. They're playing on you saying the word late and latest and saying that exact language. This answer choice uses a lot of exact language, and that's what might be tricky for some students. Alright, but that is not our answer. It does not say African iron makers continue using earlier techniques. It does not say that at all in this particular sentence. It says they developed ingenious furnaces. So that means that, again, that makes that sentence completely wrong. Choice B, Africans produce iron much earlier than the Americas. That fits the first part. Inventing technologically sophisticated heating systems. Yes, this answer uses a lot of synonym language. Produced much earlier than the Americas, inventing technologically sophisticated. That's dealing with ingenious furnaces that produce high heat. Okay, technologically sophisticated. All right, and then so remember, a lot of times a sentence will have a comma, and a correct answer will have a paraphrase of the part before the comma. Okay, and it will have a paraphrase language of the part after the comma. And very often, what they'll do is you may have 6 or 7 words, but they'll will use a word like technologically sophisticated to sum up maybe 6 or 7 of those words within a sentence itself. Okay, so very often a paraphrase sentence can be much shorter than the original sentence, especially when you're paraphrasing and using synonym language. For this question, keep in mind, everyone, you're looking for the answer choice that uses synonym language. That's your answer choice you're looking for. Number 11, the word fleeing. All right, with this one, this one is very straightforward, everyone. We can look at it in the sentence, but you should be able to find this answer very quickly. Their migration, this is the sentence it's in right here. Their migration may have been set in motion by an increase in population caused by a movement of people fleeing the desiccation or drying up of the Sahara. All right. So the first thing that I would do is break the word into its syllables. Into its root word. We see the word, we see ing. So we know the root word is flee. Now, if you have any kind of basic vocabulary, you know what the word flee means. It means to go away from something or run away from something. We know it has to deal with that because it says what? Movement of people fleeing. So the word flee is attached to movement of people. All right? Caused by the drying up of the Sahara. So people were moving away because the Sahara was drying up. So if you don't know what the word flee means, you can attach the word to that language. Moving people from drying up Sahara. Alright, but the word flee means run away. We all should know that. Alright, so our correct answer is going to be C. Alright, number 12, paragraph 6 mentions all the following as possible causes of the Bantu explosion, except. Alright, we have an except not least question. This is our second one. And we just have our keywords are in our answer choices. So first, let's see if it mentions anything about superior weapons. Their iron ore weapons allow them to conquer their hunting-gathering opponents. So, having superior weapons, we see that language there. You're not going to find the exact match, okay? It's not going to be like superior, all right? But if they're conquering their hunting and gathering opponents, then their weapons were superior. If they're conquering them. Number 9. Sorry, I'm in the wrong one. B, better hunting skills. Do we see that anywhere? No. I see nothing about better hunting skills anywhere. And so that is our answer. No mention of better hunting skills. Peaceful migration. We see that language right there. Peaceful migration or simply democratic growth might cause an explosion. So we see that answer choice. I don't need to keep checking. I know it's my answer choice. I'm just pointing it out to you. But remember, my philosophy is once you find your answer, move on to the next question. So you should have already moved on to number 13. And increased population. Rapid demographic growth. That's the same as increased population. All right. So again, this was a negative factual question, but we had our answer choices in different sentences. All right. Excuse me. number 13. In paragraph 6 of the passage, there's a missing sentence. This is our sentence addition question. These people had a significant linguistic impact on the continent. So my keywords are what? Linguistic impact on the continent. Alright, so something to do with linguistics. Alright, linguistics is the same as language. A is wrong because the previous sentence does not mention anything about linguistics. Alright, and the next sentence doesn't mention anything about linguistics. So it can't fit here. It would be out of place to go in this spot right here. Alright, choice B. Alright, the previous sentence mentions nothing about linguistics, but the next sentence does mention them speaking a language. Alright, still spoken throughout sub-Saharan Africa. So I'm pretty sure my answer choice is B. Okay, another thing that makes me know the answer choice is B is the sentence, these people had significant linguistic impact. That's a general statement. And then the next sentence mentions a specific language that they spoke, Proto-Bantu. And so I know my answer choice is going to be B, okay, because it's connected to language. Choice C is clearly wrong. There's no connection to linguistic impact. And choice D is wrong for that very same reason. No connection to linguistic impact. In choice B, the following sentence is connected to linguistic impact because it says it's a tongue spoken throughout sub-Saharan Africa. Alright? So spoken throughout sub-Saharan Africa, that's the impact right there. That's the linguistic impact. So that's why our answer choice must be B, because the sentence that follows it is connected to this general statement about linguistic impact. Okay? And finally, our last question is a summary question. Remember, what you're trying to do is pick answer choices that are summaries of paragraphs. Pick answer choices that are summaries of paragraphs. Alright? And our correct answers are C, because C is a summary of paragraph 2. Alright, paragraph 2 talked about livestock and trade and being moved with camels. You know, so that's what this entire paragraph is about. And this entire paragraph is summarized by C. Remember, correct answers will summarize an entire paragraph. Alright, this is not mentioned at all. Right? It says they had things coming in from other regions, so we know that's wrong. This is wrong also. It does not say that it could not develop until after the introduction of iron. There's no one paragraph that talks about the harshness of the climate and agriculture not developing. There's no paragraph that talks about that. You can look at the topic sentences and figure this information out. The spread of ironworking had far-reaching effects on social, economic, and political organization. All right, this sentence right here is a summary of the fourth paragraph that talked about it being involved in terms of the society and changing society with religious power, warrior power, religious power. And so that sentence is a summary of paragraph 4. And our last answer is going to be F. Today's Bantu speaking people are descended from a technologically advanced people who spread throughout Africa. That is a summary, of course, of paragraph number 6, which is where we talked about the language of the Bantu people and their descendants. So, for that last question, everyone, you're picking answer choices that are summaries of entire paragraphs. Details and facts are wrong. Simply try to match your sentences to your topic sentences. Now, if I have a big paragraph like this, okay, I may read the first 2 sentences, and then I may look at the last 2 sentences to get an idea of what the paragraph is about. I don't need the middle